This is our last night in Nice, and I'm spending it by eating candy, and Matt's spending it by watching movies on my iPod.
I can hear.
Ordinarily we'd be out by now, having a big meal, but for two reasons we aren't. First of all, we ate late at around about 3:30, 4 o'clock. It's now, for the first time on our holidays, it's actually raining and it's really wet outside. We did a bit of shopping today in Monte Carlo, which I was actually quite disappointed with. I mean, it's a great place to perv on cars. It's awesome for that, but it is very, very pretentious. It's very hilly, difficult to walk around. Very pretty, but not that enjoyable. But now we're looking forward to heading to Rome tomorrow. We've got a 10 o'clock train via Genoa. So we leave at about past 10 and we get in around about 8 o'clock tomorrow night. We still have to pack, but there won't be a problem. We'll be up at about 6 or 7 in the morning and we'll plenty of time to do that. Looking forward to Rome.
It's a busy morning to be leaving. The taxi driver was saying that there was a half-hour wait for some people. Everyone's going to the airport and the train station. It coincides that the French holidays finish today and the German holidays start. We're on a train at 10:04 to Milan, but we're going to get off at Genoa.
What I liked about travelling Eurail to the south of France was being able to meet other travellers from other parts of the world and hear all their stories, and also not having to go through an airport terminal.
Italian food.
What'd you get?
I got 3-day-old chips.
Coming out for our last train trip from Genoa to Rome. I have to say it's been pretty enjoyable actually, taking the trains around Europe. Certainly a lot less stressful getting through a terminal as busy it is than an airport. But from now on, it's all airports. Okay, that was nearly pretty funny because you nearly just jumped on the wrong train, didn't you?
Well, you thought it was the right train.
I did. I was wrong, but I couldn't find any numbers for it. Just as the whistle went for the train to go, you almost took a step on it. No ticket, no Tim. We have arrived in Roma. The end of our train trip.
Yep.
Just come into Rome and first view of the Colosseum. Fantastic.
Get a look at our new room in Rome. Top floor of the hotel.
This is a lot better than our hotel in Nice. We've got our own big balcony, we've got a decent bathroom. In fact, the bathroom is about the size of our last hotel room. Oh, you can smell that burning wood, can't you? Now, Rome would be a good place to go and have a look at some monuments, you would think, but it's actually really hard to get around. It's really hard to find any of the monuments. They don't really stand out. And no matter how hard we try with the maps, it was really hard to find anything worth looking at. But seriously, we found so much there to see. It was easy to find, easy to get around, and a city made for tourists. I love this about big city European parking. We've got this much space at the front, and at the back we've got this much space.
Already to wonder when it was built, about 2,000 years ago, started in the year 72 after Christ and finished in the year 80, only 8 years to build it. Not the Colosseum that was a theater, but we didn't know that.
All I
We
can
also
say
believe
is
that during many centuries that the Christians
Yeah.
were still here restricted in many
Hell of a stadium.
in many
half a kilometer
because only in the most of archaeology it is written this difference. On tour you have one film of this was there.
What's fantastic about this is that we can actually come and touch artwork. This is art that is, what, 1500 years old. Gladiatorial theme. It's got bordered in the ribs.
this guy attacked by a lion.
Oh yeah.
I need it.
Something bad. Well, it's a good way to die.
Una estrella tra
Yeah, probably a family. So these are the unlicensed traders that are running around trying to keep away from the police. It's a bit of a game of chasey that just goes on and on. There you go, the police. After lunch, Matt and I spent a little bit of time waiting around before our tour started. Tour of the palace and a little bit of the history of Rome.
Right, we finally made it inside the palace. Now, before we're going to get on top to see the remains of imperial palaces, I would like to tell you a couple of general things about the Palatine Hill itself. But this one happens to be one of the 7 legendary hills of Rome, which I believe all of you heard of. You heard of 7 hills, 7 kings, 7 laps in the racetrack. Now, let me tell you a secret. The city of Rome was and still is built on top of 18 hills, not only 7. But Romans, like Italians nowadays, they were superstitious people, and they stick with lucky number 7. This one happens to be also the most important one because on top of it, on your left hand side, lived for exactly 500 years the Roman emperors, and before them, the 7 kings of Rome. They never bothered to build the temple for him, they just came in the corner, and behind those white columns, see that green door? Everybody can see that? No.
After the tour, Matt and I decided to have a look at Augustus's house, which after 30 years of restoration has just been opened to the public. 3 rooms for 100 years to restore. Seems like a lot of effort for not much. Alright, so now it's a mad rush to get from where, Matt? Colosseum. Swap
Colosseum,
to...
Termini.
Yep.
Take that orange line all the way up to there.
And that'll get us off at?
Ottaviano as Teatro Museo.
The Vatican Museum. And there's the Vatican.
Walk down there.
Right.
Vatican.
See how we go.